Alright, well, we find ourselves out here in Station Square. Off-screen, I went and upgraded everybody's quartz, finally. It only took like 3/4 of the game, but I did actually upgrade everyone to respectable builds, finally. And of course, you know, we can't miss this opportunity to buy more losing lottery tickets, so...
It's such a weird concept to me that a high schooler in Japan can buy lottery tickets.
I like how even the newspaper is like, hey, yeah, so Spica had this big anniversary concert, and then, like, their lead singer didn't even show up till the very last song?
I mean, that seems like a pretty big, noteworthy thing to talk about.
Yeah, you know, you just sort of get the impression that their publicist is probably not very happy with that article.
Like, it's weird that, like, a normal newspaper would say that, but, like, probably not weird for, like, an actual music trade paper to comment on it. Like, hell, I remember, doing the Ace Combat 5, LP, and, I basically sort of had, like, this little recurring gimmick of just, like, checking the news every now and then for, like, stories about Puddle of Mud and West Scantlin. And, the most hilarious fucking one was, he got on the wrong plane, so he went somewhere else, and then the band landed in Montreal for the concert without their fucking lead singer, and they did not know where the fuck he went.
Why didn't he just board the plane with them? What?
You were trying to make logic and reason out of the mind of Wesley Scantlin, a man who once paused a, like, shit-tier garage band show in, like, some dive bar to start randomly screaming at a person in the front row of the audience that the guy stole his house. He was like, that's him, that's the motherfucker that stole my house.
Does this dude, like, was he, like, heavily under the influence of something at the time, or...?
He's Wes Scantlin, the man is drugs incarnate.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I've heard similar stories of, like, Ozzy Osbourne. Like, one time he, like, almost missed a Black Sabbath concert because, like, he got so hopped up on drugs that he went to the wrong hotel room, just passed out, and no one could find him until, like, just before showtime.
Yeah, I believe that would be something that Ozzy would do.
100%, yeah. No, absolutely believe that. Anyway, this quest is asking us to find a time capsule. Unfortunately, it was buried 20 years ago, and her husband is dead now, so nobody knows where it actually is. So we've been sent on basically a little riddle quest.
Okay. I don't know, given the fact that the old woman looked like literally the granny from Looney Tunes, I'm at least thankful that the quest didn't involve finding her goddamn bird for her.
Like, these little riddles are not particularly hard to decipher, but suffice to say that this can and has been done in a much more cruel fashion in other Falcom titles. This is another one of their favorite quests to recycle.
And I also get the feeling that, like, this quest might be, like, translator capability dependent as well, like, I'm recalling, like, all of those quote-unquote riddles in, like, the original Legend of Zelda, where it's, like, 10th enemy has the bomb, and, like,
It's true, Mr. Editor. One mystic will cost you a lot of money. Anyway, sure is a good thing we bought those lottery tickets, huh?
Okay, does Gramps know about the eclipses, like, for real, or is he just, like, on the periphery of being in the loop? Because I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he?
Up in the air, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I don't think we have any definitive evidence that he does, like, 100% for sure know about the eclipse. But also, he was there when we were talking to Toa and the Yakuza guy right before the whole showdown with Shio and Aki. So
He probably knows.
Also, yeah, he's best friends with, like, the leader of Zodiac, who, like, their entire life is all this bullshit, so yeah, probably.
let's put it this way. He probably doesn't not know.
Yeah, he's just so chill and stoic, he just doesn't give a fuck.
That seems like a really vague way to refer to the shopping street.
I do like the way he asks these questions. Like, hey, did somebody, like, leave something here 20 years ago? Say it was, like, I don't know, part of a game or something?
I'm impressed this lady had a slip of paper that some random old dude gave to her literally 20 years ago.
At the entrance of the deep forest. That's gonna be around the skate park, right?
So are you just, like, immediately sucked into doing, like, work here, or...
No. You have to actually go down there and talk to him to start work. I'm sorry, Grandma. He's lost to us. There's nothing we can do. So how much of the park do you think he had to tear up to actually find that time capsule?
I'm guessing he rented a goddamn backhoe and just went to town on it.
I was gonna say, like, are we gonna, like, fade back up from black and he's gonna be, like, 6 feet deep in a hole that's, like, 10 feet wide?
Yeah, no, there's just, like, no grass anymore, like, it's all just mud and dirt now. Respect your grandma, you little shit. Look at her. She looks like she could collapse and die at any moment.
Can't believe he was gonna join Blaze when he grew up.
Also, I can't believe we're just embarrassing this poor kid by just, like, reading something he wrote when he was, like, 6 out to, like, the entire world now.
I mean, this is from 20 years ago, so, you know, he's like... Yusuke is, like, somewhere between, like, 25 and 30 himself.
Well, he looks amazing for his age.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought he was a teenager.
Again, you've got to remember, like, Cold Steel 2 engine and the way this game does character models, like... Remember there was that one scene with, like, Toa... Mr. Goro and Ko looked like the only adult in the room compared to the two of them.
I guess that's kind of fair.
You know, this quest does take on a much different tone when you realize that Grandma's worried that, like, her 30-year-old grandson is still out skateboarding in the park all day instead of getting a job.
Huh.
Yeah, no, I think that ship has kind of sailed on this kid actually doing something with his life, but, you know, way to hold on to hope there, Grandma. I don't know, like, unless this kid is like Tony Hawk or something, but, like, wasn't Tony Hawk's career also over by the time he hit 32?
I guess he probably wasn't, like, performing in the same way he was when he was younger, but... I mean, he's been doing stuff as recently as, like, wasn't it, like, last year he did a 900?
I think so.
You're our resident expert on the Birdman here, Ardix. You should know this. Plot twist, Grandpa's in hell. That was awful. Why the fuck did I say that?
Moving on, then.
Well, let's go from one weirdo to another.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's an Ace Attorney crossover. What the fuck is Yanni Yoji doing here?
This person was supposed to meet me 2 weeks ago, and I only just now posted about it on Twitter.
I mean, this guy looks like he's been in an alcoholic coma for about that length of time, so yeah, it checks out. Like, I'm legitimately, like, reading all of this guy's dialogue in my head in the voice of, like, Barney Gumble from The Simpsons.
So we're going to the mall, I think?
Based on, like, the look of this situation, yeah, I'm thinking the reason why this poor girl has not shown up for 2 weeks is, yeah, she caught one look at this guy from across the park, realized he was a weird-ass creep that she met online, and then just fucking bailed and tried to get as far away from him as possible.
You know, I can't blame her. But, before we go look for her, we're gonna take a slight detour, and, we're gonna go take care of some business in the school.
Did this only open up because we started that quest, or...?
Nah, we could have done this at any point in the free time. It just... Oh, I guess I said this off camera, but yeah, no, this set of videos is kind of all over the place, so... I don't know, shrug. But yeah, so, it is finally time for Tokyo Xanadu to reveal one of its most terrible secrets. This is a capital P puzzle dungeon.
Ugh. Haven't we done, like, a bunch of puzzle dungeons already, though?
Yes and no. But this one is the most explicitly a puzzle dungeon of the whole group. Like, this one has a whole bunch of, like, okay, you gotta hit the green switch to lower this bridge so you can cross it, and then hit a switch over there to lower a different bridge, and then flip over to the blue switch, and, you know, yada yada yada.
I'm pretty sure I've done this dungeon in Oracle of Ages.
But yeah, this whole dungeon is just this room. It's just a big circle. This will not stop it from somehow being like 5 or 6 minutes long.
I appreciate that they at least color code the bridges to the switches that you need to hit, so...
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, so, like, you're not just, like, fumbling around, just, trying to go, oh god, what the hell do I have to do next? Like...
Yeah, just making it immediately obvious, like, what your switches do is, greatly appreciated for dungeons like these. Looking at you, Water Temple.
I mean, they fixed that for the 3DS version. Although I'd say they probably went a little too far in the other direction, but, you know.
I mean, all they really did to fix that was, just point out where the switches were. Like, just from the main room, you could see where they are at all times, so...
Yeah, no, I think, like, Nimpai's Adventure and Master of Time have long since come along and stolen that crown from OG Ocarina.
Oh god, which one had the ice version of the Water Temple? Was that Nimby's, or was that Master of Time? I forget.
Master of Time's ice dungeon was Death Castle, so...
Oh, yeah, so it must have been Nimby's.
Sorry, I mean Death Castle. Death Castle, Death Castle, Death Castle, Death Castle.
I'm still kind of sore about Master of Time's ending, not gonna lie. I mean, both of them really, but...
I was gonna say, the one where Goku fucks off, or the one where, basically, like, the milk is evil.
Yes. I mean, I don't know what to tell you if you didn't think that those were both incredible endings. Honestly, more games should end with, and then the main hero was like, you know what? Fuck this shit, and went home.
And then 9S just studied the machine life forms for eternity. The end.
I mean, like, isn't it, like, a stated thematic point that, like, all of Yoko Taro's games would, like, have infinitely better endings if the hero literally did nothing?
I mean, that tracks of the ones that I've played. I've never played Voice of Cards, or at least I haven't played the full version of it, so I don't know if that one quite follows that pattern, but I would be incredibly shocked if it didn't.
I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, he's given it, like, at least one interview, like, especially in regard to, like, both, like, Nier and Drakengard, where he has said, like, he, like, vehemently despises games where, like, the hero murders, like, swaths of people and then goes unpunished for it.
So that definitely sounds like an interview about Drakengard.
Yeah. Like, I remember him talking about that when writing, you know, when talking about how the plot and writing for Drakengard 1 came to be. That said, based on what I remember of the plot of 3, I don't know if the world of Drakengard 3 would have been alright if Zero didn't do her thing.
Yeah? Sort of? Drakengard 3 is, a very interesting game. I was gonna say, I wish that I was able to give it the attention that it truly deserved, but that game's fucking cursed, man. You cannot.
That one stream that you did where, like, you tried to get through, like, the first, like, hour of it and then just said, fuck this, we're gonna do 2's DLC instead. Yeah, that was the LP it deserved, ultimately, I suppose.
That game is just so fucking cursed. Like, it's caused so many hardware problems across so many different, like, PS3s, like, PC USB ports, capture cards. I don't understand how.
You know, it's probably for the best that we don't know. I cannot imagine the terrors that could result if somebody actually knew how to harness that power. Like, I don't know, I'm just imagining somebody deliberately making a game that actively fucks over attempts to, like, LP it, or something like that. Like, it's just engineered that way.
Yeah, that sounds like Yoko Taro.